Top of the hour, the Rick and Bubba Show. We get back. Bubba, let me apologize to you as we start. You were sporting mohair in the last segment, and I did not tell you.
I ain't doing much against it now.
What we want to do now, since I couldn't interrupt you talking because I thought it would be rude, even though now you've told me I should have.
You've got a crumb on your upper lip.
See what I'm talking about?
Okay.
See, I should have done that for you, and I'm sorry. Let me say this.
We're going to implement a new policy.
Yeah, this is a new policy. Now, sporting mow means your hair gets down and it goes straight across your forehead, and you're like Moe from the Three Stooges.
Or it's that look from Dumb and Dumber. You know, you just your hair is doing nothing.
Right.
And because we're busy and here a lot going on, we've put Christopher Columbus, who's switching the show for Turner South, in charge of that.
Yes.
Because he's always looking at the monitor. And we're going to get him to do a CG thing, character generation, at the bottom of the page. Right here it is, Mow Alert. Can you make it flash? There you go.
There it is, yeah.
So at any time, if you see somebody that needs to work on their hair because it has gone straight, much like mine now.
Bubba, I'm afraid the Mow Alert is on.
That was supposed to be a test.
Okay. There you go. Okay, now we're better.
You know what? I've got to get back to using gel. That's all there are to it. But if we see Christopher Columbus will be in charge of sounding a Mow Alert.
Yes.
And then we will immediately have to correct that, whoever it is. It could be us, could be a guest.
Well, it won't be Speedy or D.
No, they don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, so thank you. That is now implemented.
Well, he also can get a shine alert, because I've been told several times after the show I had a good shine that morning.
Oh, really?
So
don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to use a little base powder.
Just a little bit,
just a touch.
Now?
I can't use base. Greg Burgess would laugh at us if we use base.
No, just
he
a little
won't
touch.
know.
Yeah, he won't know.
He'll never know.
He won't know.
Now, yesterday we had a request. What has happened to Dickie Nadmeyer?
Too late.
Dickie Nadmeyer, phone prankster.
Yeah, and well, then we're fine. I mean,
we're good.
We've gone longer than that before.
We're going to be a little long in this break. Bear with us.
It is long. We tried to edit it, but there's really no place to edit it. Now, I know those you watching on TV, you're going to be listening to this bit because it's a radio bit and it's audio only, and we're just going to kind of be sitting around here eating cake. But just listen along with us, even if you've got us on TV. Just listen to the audio. I got a telemarketer calling the house yesterday. I let them know that I was not the person in charge of the house, but I put on the person who was, and thus they got to talk to Dickie Nadmeyer. Who's speaking?
Yes. My name is Jean, and I'm calling from FGI Research, and we're conducting a survey about computers and home entertainment.
Yes, sir.
And not selling anything. Just interested in your opinion.
What'd you say? You selling something?
No, we're not selling anything. We're interested in your opinion as a member of the household.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I'm the leader here of the household. My name's Dickie Nadmeyer.
I'm sorry, say that again?
My name's Dickie Nadmeyer, and I'm the patriarch of this here family.
Oh, well, great. Well, you must be...
What's your name?
My name is Jean, as
Hello,
I mentioned, and I appreciate your time.
Time is valuable. I'm a hard-working man and get out there every day with a sweat of my brow.
I'm sure you are.
10-4.
And I hope your family does as well.
How can I help you tonight, Jenny?
Well, I was wondering if you guys had a desktop computer.
Don't believe in computers because they're of the devil.
Okay.
Hello?
Well, no, I'm...
Well, what you do there, Jenny, is you get that computer there in your house, and next thing you know, if people start dialing up on that there Fortinet, and all them dirty pictures and stuff coming in your house, corrupts your children. Next thing you know, they're out putting tattoos on themselves and cutting their hair funny.
Well, I guess that's the bad part.
You got children there, Jenny?
Well, I do.
How old are they?
Well, they're actually older at this point.
Right, I understand. Did they have that, what's it called, interlock or what?
Internet?
Internet when they was growing up?
No, they did not.
Probably turned out to be pretty well balanced, didn't they?
Well, they're very wonderful,
I understand.
actually.
Well, they didn't have that Fortinet.
Well, I always tried to be kind of careful with what they...
You know why? Because you're a good mama. You're a good mama.
Well, thank you.
Did a good job with them.
Well, it sounds like you have really worked hard with your family as well.
I do work hard. I got my wife Phyllis Nadmeyer and my boys, and I got 3 of them: Johnson, Peter, and little Willie Nadmeyer.
Oh, how nice.
Thank you. So what else? The computer is not in the house. Is anything else I can maybe answer some questions for you?
Well, there was another question as well. If you had a game console such as Microsoft Xbox.
What's that?
A game console such as the Microsoft Xbox.
Did you say a day? What was it?
No, it's a game console where people play games on the console.
Is that them things some kids get to staring at till the eyes get crossed?
Well, I guess maybe if they're on it all the time, I don't know.
You think cross-eyed is funny, Jenny?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Here, I was just trying to be a little humorous.
I understand.
But anyway, what I was wondering is if you had a Microsoft Xbox, Nintendo.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about like them things where they play them games on them and they get that, they have them little handheld things and they kicking the buttons and pushing at them all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter plays those.
Okay.
Peter Nadmeyer.
Is it a Microsoft Xbox, Nintendo GameCube, or
hang on just a minute. Son. Son, what's that game thing you got? Yes, Xbox, he said.
Okay, so it's a Microsoft Xbox?
It just says Xbox, honey. I'm not sure. Is there other kinds?
Well,
It's got an X on it, kind of a neon green.
Okay, it's probably a Microsoft Xbox.
Matter of fact, it's kind of green color like that Lucky Charms.
Oh, okay.
Are you gonna celebrate St. Patrick's Day coming up Monday?
Well, gee whiz, I probably will.
Hey, listen to this. See if this sounds like a leprechaun. Top of the morning to you.
Oh, that is so cute.
Thank you.
Well, I hope
There's that laugh again.
Are you going to use your green?
Yes.
Or wear your green, rather?
Well, what I do is, you're supposed to get pinched if you don't have green on.
Oh, really?
So I have my wife, Phyllis, I let her wear everything except green pants, and that way I can pinch her booty. Just pinch.
Goodness.
And there's plenty of it to pinch, honey, let me tell you.
Well, you have a good sense of humor.
Thank you.
Now,
I'm a chameleon.
A chameleon or a comedian?
What's the difference?
Well, let's see. Well, there is, I think, a difference, but is there not? No.
You talking down to me, Jenny?
No.
Okay,
I'm trying to think of what you were saying.
Okay, what about this X thing?
Now, is this the first console in your home, or have you owned another besides the Xbox that you
We used to have one that was called Atari, and it was that thing, Pong.
Uh-huh.
We had that one.
Okay, so then this is not your first?
No, and I don't know who bought it from us. My worry is that Peter if you know what I'm talking about, it might have got the old 5-finger discount.
Okay.
Because I know I didn't purchase it.
Uh-huh.
And his uncle still you blind.
Yeah.
And that's who he got it from.
Well, I don't know what to say.
That's my brother. I don't want to talk about it. It's family business, and no offense to you, young lady, but, you need to keep out of it.
Oh, that's fine. I wasn't asking any questions.
Sure.
Now, for this research, we want to focus on the Xbox, and I was wondering how many people in the household, including yourself, use the Xbox regularly.
Well, I don't go near it. Because I know my brother probably, I don't know where it came from.
Okay, so how many people do play on it in your house?
Woody and there's a couple of neighbor kids, and that's about it.
All right, so the people that live in your house, how many people?
Well, the neighbor kids live here, too, most of the time. What's so funny about that?
Well, I think it's cute.
It's not cute if you think about the fact that their parents don't want them.
Well, that's not.
Yeah, we ain't yucking it up now, are we?
But it's at least, it's nice that they think enough about you guys to be there, though.
Well, I ain't got nowhere else to go, and Phyllis cooks pretty good.
Yeah, well, that's nice.
And then we got this box thing. They seem to be fascinated with.
Right. So, is there just...
4?
In other words, there's 4, the people that actually live
4.
in your house.
I told you them neighbor kids are here most of the time. I'll say 2 then.
Okay.
And the neighbor kids 4.
And the 2 in your household that do use it, they use it at least once a month, is that correct?
Oh, more than that.
Okay. Now, you said there were 2 people, and could I have the ages of each, and if they're male or female?
Peter's 13. He's a boy, and he's, when they start getting 13, they get a little crazy and smell funny.
Okay.
And then there's Woody, who is 3.
All right.
He's not potty trained yet, but he's just a slow learner.
Well, they're adorable at that age.
Yeah, well, you ain't never met this one.
Now, I was wanting to know if what your name is.
Dickie Nadmeyer.
D-K-Y?
Excuse me. Dickie, D-I-C-K-Y.
Okay.
Nadmeyer.
Nadmyer.
Meyer. Nadmeyer.
Meyer.
10-4.
Okay. And how old are you?
That's a little personal, don't you think?
Whatever you feel comfortable with. It doesn't. Actually, we don't have exact ages. It's more like.
All right.
30,
so it's not exact then.
Yeah, like 35 to 44, 45
yeah,
to
somewhere
54,
in there. Somewhere in there.
45 to 54. Okay.
Yes, I am, Phyllis. Phyllis, I most certainly am. She said she did it over a long time period. She didn't ask for specifieds.
Okay, and let's see. We're going to be talking about the Xbox.
You ain't wearing green on Monday. I'll cross it. I'll tell you that.
Now, how long ago did you get your Xbox? Was it the last 3 months?
You talking about my ex-wife now?
No, at the Xbox.
Because that's again, you're somewhat personal. You're trying to get into our family business. Now you want to know about my ex-wife and.
No, I had.
Phyllis, I'm not talking to my ex-wife. It's a woman wanting to talk about the video games. Them two don't get along.
No, I wasn't asking about your ex-wife. I was asking about the Xbox. I was wondering.
You talking about? Won't you just say video game, please?
Sure. I was wondering if you had gotten that the last 3 months, 4 to 6 months ago, 7 to 12 months ago.
Hang on. Peter, when did your uncle give you that thing out of the trunk? Your game thing? 4 months ago.
Okay.
He's holding up 4 fingers. I don't know what that means. I assume that's 4.
Now, how often do you play game? How often do the two people play games?
Too much. Just write down too much.
Well, the responses that we can put in are every day, once or twice a week, once every 2 weeks.
Well, I guess too much would be every day, wouldn't it? If I got to walk your hand through it.
Okay.
I don't mean to be. I'm giving a little cross with you. I'm sorry. When you brought up the ex-wife, that's what got me upset. I'm sorry.
Now, on an average day, when you play games on your Xbox computer.
I say I don't play it. I told you Peter played it and Woody and the neighbor kids.
Okay, so you don't play at all, right?
Well, no, because I don't want to be cross-eyed.
Okay. Now, what is it that makes you want to play and you don't play, correct?
I told you I don't play there. Dickie Nadmeyer don't want to be cross-eyed. Hey, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm hearing what you're saying. I'm just trying to put in the answer here.
All right, well, let's move on to some other questions.
Okay. Excuse me for just a second. I'm trying to type in what the response here.
You got your hands on the home keys.
Now, why don't you play more often than you do and you don't play, correct? So that doesn't pertain to you.
Ma'am, I don't play.
Right.
Because I don't want my 2 eyes to be crossed.
I understand.
Have you ever seen somebody look cross-eyed right at you?
Yes, actually I have.
Have you really?
Uh-huh.
Oh. And you still talking Xboxes?
Well, yeah, that's the topic here, but...
Can you cross one eye and leave the other one straight? Because I can.
No, I can't.
Watch this. Oh, you can't see me. Woody, watch this. Look at that. That's right. Get that out of your mouth, son. All right, next question.
Okay.
Some of us got to work for a living.
That's absolutely true. Well, what state am I calling? Well, I'm putting in our answer here.
Let me give you 2 words.
Uh-huh.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide?
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Yeah. Not much of a football fan, are you, Missy?
I like football, but I'm not familiar with that.
You ain't never heard of Roll Tide, Bear Blunt, 315?
I don't know much about.
Where are you calling from? Nazi Germany?
No, definitely not.
Are you a communist?
No, I sure am not.
Where are you calling from?
From Virginia.
Well, that's close.
Now, which of the following types of...
You mean you ain't got football in Virginia?
Well, we do.
Uh-huh. Don't you have an orange team?
We have our team, actually.
You don't even know the name of it, do you?
Redskins. No, the Redskins.
The Redskins in Virginia. I think they're in Washington, ma'am.
Are they? See how much I know about football.
Well, you could have just been honest.
Well...
Roll Tide stands for the greatest state in the Confederacy.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Bama.
Okay. Alabama?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, that's pretty neat. I like Alabama.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Now, do you play sports games? You don't play those as well, of course.
Is your goal for me to be a cross-eyed Dickie Nadmeyer?
No, I would
I'll
like
be
to...
down at the plant cross-eyed, and I'll get down there, and all of them will be getting on me. Here comes cross-eyed Dickie, the one-eyed wonder.
You're funny.
Well, I wasn't meant to be.
Now, let's see.
You ain't never worked down the plant, have you?
I have not, no.
I guarantee you, what you got? Are you soaking your hands in palm olive?
No. Should I be?
Yeah. Well, you work with cold steel and fire around you. You'll think different. You won't walk in cross-eyed. I'll tell you that. That's a rough bunch.
I bet.
I can just hear them.
Have you worked there for a long time?
Here comes cross-eyed. 40 years. That's all.
Wow. It's a long time.
You can thank me for all the steel rods in your building you're sitting in. Probably kind of strength for the Steel City. Bama. Roll Tide.
Let me ask you something. Do you do you ever buy any games for the kids at all?
No, but their uncle steals them for them.
Okay, so you don't get any, in other words?
No, I ain't
You don't rent them or whatever?
I don't
right?
give my money to the devil, ma'am.
Okay. I'm just putting that in that you don't buy it.
Can I say something, just constructive criticisms?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
You're a slow typer.
A slow typer?
Yeah, you're not rattling them keys like you need to when the man's got to get up and go to work at the crack of dawn.
Okay. All right, well, I will try and go faster for you.
That's what she said.
Now, if you are getting a game, where would you buy it from if you did get one?
I just have my brother go and get it, and I don't ask any questions.
Okay.
One time he came into my house and stole our Monopoly game. Now, he denies it, but I know he did it.
Uh-huh.
You like Monopoly?
I do.
I don't. It's too long.
Uh-huh.
I mean, everybody goes, boardwalk, boardwalk. Ma'am, I got to go to bed. Can I let you go?
Well, let me ask you something. When would be a good time to finish this up? I'm basically, what the hold-up here is your responses are not the normal responses.
Well, how many times in my life have I heard that, you reckon?
Well, I don't know.
Incredible how she stayed with that.
Hey, she was going to finish that interview no matter what.
She must get paid by the finished interview. That's all I can figure. Wow.
We're a little long, so we'll come back and do a few phone calls and catch back up.
Oh my gosh, it's Mo alert!
I think that was premature, Mo alert.
No, it was Mo.
Rick and Bubba.
Come on, y'all got to get out of the door. Get out of the door.
Hey, you can't see.
All right, we're back. 23 minutes past the hour.
Bubba getting his hair did.
Yeah. Bubba is
getting his hair did by Roxanne.
Got Roxanne here to try to keep this, to defeat this Mo alert that's going on. The Mo alert has gone off on Bubba too many times this morning. He's now going to solve the problem. Roxanne has got it. But Christopher Columbus is always ready to take care of the Mo alert if need be. So there it is. Bubba,
So what, you put some gel in it and now you're going to hair dryer?
He's focused, Speedy. This is something he's not going to have the rest of the show. He's just trying to get it resolved. We'll go to the phones.
How's that?
Let me look. Look at me. Look at me.
There. Okay.
Okay.
Now you going.
Is it severe?
Now it looks like Moses
Got a little
parted.
shine there.
Looks like Moses parted your hair.
Yeah.
though.
It's that's good. Libby,
job, Roxy.
Thank you, Roxanne. Libby is in Silicaga. Libby, how you doing?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Hey, it's Libby on the
level. You will like it on your tip. Go.
Libby,
Hey.
what? Yeah.
Sorry.
I was named after a can of corn.
That feels good, doesn't it?
Oh, are you really?
I mean, really. But anyway,
Go ahead, Libby.
I was going to tell y'all, I have been waiting for months to hear about Dickie Nadmeyer again.
Yes.
And
I kept packing him up, thinking I was moving, and then we would be delayed, and so finally, I said I'm going over there and I'm firing this thing back up.
well, I was going downtown at Silicaga, just crying my eyes out, and everybody was looking at me like, what is wrong with you?
Can you believe how long she hung with that and not ever thought, I mean, you could tell by, she never went, well, hey, got it. I mean,
She was
can
gonna-
you imagine, first off, what she has to deal with every day?
Yes.
And two, that she stayed with it. I cannot believe how long she stayed
Let me
with
tell
it.
you how tenacious she was. When I told her what was up and got her permission to use it on the air, you know what she told me? Oh, what time should I call you tomorrow to get this thing finished?
Oh, I know.
No.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So, well, Libby,
Well,
thank you.
I just about peed in my pants.
Well, but just about. See, our goal is to make you
Yes.
lose
If you'd have
control.
wet your pants, we've done our job today.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Thank you, Libby.
Hey, can I give a shout-out to my office?
Yes.
Southern Care Hospice in Elliott City.
Bubba, is your personal handler? I cannot have your
Yeah.
hair looking the way it is right now.
Yeah.
We're showing way too much forehead.
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah,
Just can we get the middle maybe to go over
Bring
one
that-
My
side or
gosh, I
another?
look like Mike Cruz.
do
That's such an inside, but gosh, that's good. Yeah, just throw it over to one
I think
side
your
or another.
headphones. There you go.
Yeah, let's get her over there.
Now that looks real good.
Let me
right?
see.
That's perfect.
No,
That is perfect. Let's go to
the callers are loving it though. By the way,
Denise and Jasper. There you go.
hold on. Oh, let me see it. Look at me.
Have we got a cap
Yeah,
there?
that might be. I think you.
That's not bad right there. Put your hat
No.
back. Put your
That looks exactly like it just did.
Well,
no, you know it has a part.
Yeah,
to
when
it.
you put the headphones on, you had something coming up here that maybe you've solved. Now here we go. There you go.
Hey, that's not
better.
that bad.
That's better.
Look at me. Look at me,
Look at
please.
Speedy.
Could you look at me? Okay.
That's
I
better.
don't really like
He
looking
wears the
at you.
hat.
That's better. I mean, right now I
You
have
don't
to.
like looking at me.
I have to say.
Not like that when you're studying me.
Yeah, because
Oh.
it's very
Well,
self-conscious.
But I mean, we're very confident guys. We're just trying to help each other.
Right.
Yeah,
I
I
got
know,
two-
but I want to keep it that way.
I got two words
we
for
are.
you, angel wings. But I mean, it looks good.
I know every 7th grader's calling wanting his look back.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, right now I feel like you're sitting behind me in English in junior high, but we're good. Denise and Jasper, how you doing?
Good, Rick. How are you?
We're good.
Before I get started, Bubba, leave it alone.
Yeah, how does it look
The more
right now?
you fiddle with it, the worse it looks. Leave it alone.
How is it right now?
It looks fine now.
Yeah,
Let me go back and see.
It's
I'm trying
dandy.
to stay off the TV so I won't have all the
Yeah, well,
interference.
look, he's a moving target now, but take a look.
Yeah, that's okay. It looks much better than when Roxanne first got a hold of it.
Yeah, it poofed a
You
little
need to
bit.
just let Betty help you in the morning before you leave the house.
Yeah, have Betty get up at
Just
4
wake
and
her,
fix
wake
that hair.
her up at 3:45 and get her on
Well,
there.
No,
Yeah.
y'all, he had a haircut.
Look, when
it
it's
was
wet,
fresh.
look, when it's wet and I leave the house, it's okay.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Then it dries. That's what happens to
How
mine
about your
every morning.
haircut?
And then it turns into straw.
Look,
But
there's,
anyway, go ahead, Denise.
Well, Rick, you owned me this morning. Dickie Nadmeyer owned me.
well, I know.
I mean, I was rolling off the couch. I'm not kidding.
You know what's so sad is Dickie Nadmeyer is not as exaggerated as we want to believe he is.
I know.
We-
That's
how
what's
about
so funny
this?
about it.
We all know him.
I know. There's a little bit of him in all of us, I think.
You said that, and I was trying not to say it. Thank you, Denise. Thank
well,
That's true.
I try to speak for the Army.
Well, thank
I
you.
speak for the Army. Listen, when you told her to stay out of your personal life, I thought I was going to die. It was the
Yeah.
funniest thing I've ever heard.
you. That is hilarious.
To me, she finally summed it all up. She said, well, you have to understand your answers are not what we normally receive.
That's
Hey,
why she was
hey,
having so much trouble typing.
She was trying to make them fit, though, wasn't she? She was going to turn in that survey, wasn't she?
That was so funny. And when she said, like, you said something about, well, you think cross-eyed's funny? She's like, no, I was just trying to add some humor. I was like, okay, that's your humor? I have actually done that with telemarketers before.
Oh, yeah.
I love telemarketers.
Have fun with them. Have fun with them.
I got this one guy, and I started talking to him. I told him I was having dinner with my family, da-da-da-da-da, and I started asking him if he had a family. By the time we got off the phone, I had talked him into proposing to his girlfriend.
See, that's, yeah, and I did one the
I
other
was
day.
like-
I threw one, and this said, I didn't mean this mean because I know they got a job to do. But if you call me, MCI called me, and I said, we're about to move. I'm not even thinking about long distance right now. I've got a long distance carrier I'm happy with. Thank you very much. Well, the very next day, another person called from MCI and started the same deal with me. So I told her, she said, now, do you use long distance, don't you? And I said, no. And she said, what? I said,
I always tell them
and
that.
I said, we don't believe in it. She said, you don't believe in it? And I said, no. I said, we only talk to people who call us.
Nah.
Look, and she just went, well, okay. Yeah, I mean,
All right, with this.
Type that in your computer.
thanks, Denise. Kathy Columbus, what's up, Kathy?
Monkey grass.
Hey,
Welcome,
thank you,
welcome.
Kathy.
Hey, Bubba, I just want to tell you, you look good any way your hair is.
Oh, bless your heart. Bless your heart.
Turn it down, Bubba.
Hey, somebody get the volume switch. There you go. Kathy, thanks.
All right.
See, Columbus checking in. Carolinas are hot for you. Have you noticed that?
Well,
just as a whole.
it's my people there.
Let's go to Randy in Nashville, Tennessee. What's up, Randy?
Hey, guys.
Randy, welcome.
Hey, Bubba, you have your hair like you like it. No, I'm glad I'm home today from work, because if I would have been in my truck when Dickie Nadmeyer went into that,
No, yeah, look.
there would have been repercussions, because my $250 deductible would have been, I might have had to call you guys and said you're going to have to chip in, because I would have wrecked. That's all there is to it, because I was here at the house laying on the couch cracking up. I said, you guys own me.
Well,
and when you started out, and when you told her that the computer was of the devil,
yes,
that's when you had her.
Yeah, and how about this? That's when she should have been done with me. And she
She
still
said, apparently I've caught you at a bad time. I'll let you go.
And there was one that everybody missed. She went out of her way to tell me she wasn't selling anything, and the first thing I asked was, what you selling?
Right.
Sure. You know,
No, you had her. I just can't believe the composure that she had.
Oh, she was a pro. How about this? I'd like to have her calling the affiliates trying to get them to put us on.
I tell you. Hey, let me give a shout-out to Steve. He'll know who I am, so you guys hang in there, and I'm listening to you every day, and the Dixie Chicks, you know.
Yeah.
That's a whole subject by itself, but just keep on them. So.
Thank you, Randy.
All right, guys.
Nashville not real happy with the Chicks. Have you noticed that?
Rick, email overwhelmingly dominated still with Dixie Chicks. A lot of people calling for different things.
I know.
Strange.
We'll be back 31 minutes past 877. We Be Big's our number. Our fax line 205-945-3999. The award-winning website's rickandbubba.com.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
That's the hour of the Rick and Bubba Show. 877. We Be Big's our number. Our fax is 205-945-3999. The World Wide Web is Rick and Bubba. Spell out the word and.com. Go there and find out where we'll be this week. We'll be in Iron City coming up Saturday night. Iron City Baptist Church, speaking at the Wild Game Feast. Flattered that y'all would have us out. Also, you'll notice this is the last day for you to send in why you think your daughter should get a chance with VIP privileges to go behind the ropes at the SEC Gymnastics Tournament in cooperation with Golden Flake, putting that together. And they'll get to get great seats. They'll get to meet the team and the coaches and the players that they support and get great seats to watch.
Rick, also a quick shout-out, friend of ours and who has really helped us a lot lately, Dr. Carl Neckman at Health South, who is my ENT doctor, did my sinus surgery when I had to have it, the second one. He's also Mark Prater's doctor, getting married this weekend, so we wish him a happy weekend all the way around.
Congratulations. Also, we missed it, but they're going to celebrate this weekend. Ryan Greenwood and his wife Amy celebrating an anniversary this week.
Yep.
And
how many for them?
11, 10?
You know what? That has to be one of the modern miracles right there.
How about I don't know? I don't know. I want to say 10. I want to say 10. But I could be so wrong on that. But anyway, so something like that. 9, maybe?
Still to come on the program, Jerry Seinfeld will be calling us here in about 30 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get him in on the TV part, and I apologize for that. But we've really been working to get Jerry on the show. So we're going there tonight to see him in concert in Birmingham at the concert hall. Chris is in Atlanta, has been watching on Turner South. Chris, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. My stomach hurts. I'm a grown man, and I am not ashamed to admit I have heard about the infamous Dickie, that whole
Dickie
Nadmeyer thing.
Yeah.
And I'm standing there dancing in my shoes, and when you told her to stay out of your business, I lost it. I have to admit, I peed my pants.
So you, Chris, thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
He shares it.
Our goal has been met today.
Of the week, Chris.
I had to go so bad when you started, and I thought, well, it ain't going to go that long. And then you guys were saying you couldn't edit, and I thought, well, let me go real fast. And then it started too quick, and I'm like, oh, man, I have to hear Dickie.
Well, let me ask you this, because we all admit in Radio Goobland a 15-minute bit is a little lengthy. But did y'all see anywhere we could edit?
No. I think part of the comedy was how long she stayed with it, and you couldn't cut that off. So
well, that was funny in itself. But I mean, when he told her to stay out of his business, and it was just hilarious. I lost it. Sorry,
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. Hopefully, you had another pair of pants standing by before you went to work.
Yes, I do. So.
Well, look, thanks for your support, Atlanta. We're starting to catch on there, and there may be some even better news we may be announcing over the next few months.
Yeah.
So hopefully that will happen, and we're glad to be on television there right now.
Chris, spread the word,
I'm
brother.
glad I get to watch you guys. I just wish that I could hear, the entire show. So hopefully that works out. If not, I'm gonna have to move to Alabama or something.
Well, it's really no big deal today. All you'll miss is our interview with Jerry Seinfeld. So.
Yeah, that's all. But we're going to try to rectify that, Chris. Spread the word. That's the key.
All righty. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.
All right, buddy. We'll come back. I know we've got another story we want to share before this hour is done. All of you need to be listening for that, too. Is this something we need to learn, a lesson in this, too?
Yes, this will be a little lesson from the School of Hard Knocks. Okay. Taking the shortcut is not always the easiest way.
Okay. All right, we'll learn that when we come back. 877-WE-BE-BIG is our number. You're listening to and you're watching on Turner South, the Rick and Bubba Show. We're back 15 minutes to the top. Christopher Columbus is having a birthday this weekend, too, Bubba.
Is he really?
Isn't there switching right now for Media Visions? 33? 33 and the pictures that you see on Turner South. D, you got a quick shout-out before we get into this lesson on
I want to give a quick shout-out to all the people at Gardendale Baptist Church. They came over to Guiding Light last night. The whole choir, Pastor Steve Gaines, came over to Guiding Light and brought the house down last night.
I bet they did.
How about Steve Gaines will bring the house down?
They got him a choir.
Yes, they do.
They'll keep you on your feet. You know?
How about Steve will go ahead and say, here comes a message, get ready, too.
Sure. Can I tell you, I love the fact that they're on TV, too, because I catch their service while I'm waiting on everybody else to get ready to go to our church.
Yes. and
I'm running late, and so I have nothing to do, and that calms me down a little bit.
Sure.
You need to watch it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
big shout out to Pastor Steve Gaines and everybody in the choir. They love the show. Everybody did.
So the Guiding Light and
we kind of meshed last night. We're having our singles ministry having this big thing tonight. Well, last night and tonight. At the Guiding Light Church. At the Guiding Light Church in Roebuck. So.
Well, good.
So everybody, if you get a chance, go out there.
I've seen Guiding Light too. I mean, y'all's pastor.
Pastor Lowe, Pastor Jim Lowe.
He can go too.
He'll bring the house.
See, that's a 1-2 punch, isn't it?
Hey, yeah, both of them.
Come on.
We saw him at the governor's inauguration, as a matter of fact.
Sure did.
Fired me up.
He'll fire you up.
He outstanding. Can we have lunch with him one day and just show him some love?
Let's do it.
You know, because you don't know, Bubba, our show has a ministry too, 4 ministers. Pastors,
called Give Me a Break.
Priest, and you come to us and get a break away from the pressure, because it is a lot of pressure.
Oh, yeah, a lot of calls and people needing things.
Hey, when you're the head shepherd, that's wow.
I want a round of Know the Good Book with the pastors.
Well, we've talked about it. But look, we're saving it for the big radio period, okay?
Let's save it for spring break.
We need Pastor Steve Gaines in there also.
So. Our Supreme Book, not break. What did I say?
Yeah.
Sorry, Freudian slip there. Freudian slip, I'm looking ahead.
You know, Rick, Rick, sometimes when you try to cut corners on something, it's not always the best thing, because it can cost you more in the long run.
Yes.
I have a...
Hold on. Okay, go.
I have a friend who is very accomplished in his job. He's done very successful. He's very fortunate to get to work with some of his family members, and they all, it's just a great time for them. They recently decided that they were going to get a boat, and they have got them a little piece of property down on the water, and they didn't want a big, one of these big bass boats, that run 900 miles an hour. Sure. Which I've never understood. What's the rush? But they wanted one of these smaller ones, just really on the big picture, inexpensive.
Functional.
Something we get out on the water,
functional.
Throw a few, cast a few times, do a little fishing, little bonding time for the family. 2 people in it tops, whatever.
Sure.
So they had ordered the boat, and they were all excited. As a matter of fact, he'd called me and said, we are going to put it in the water, and if you want to come down and take a ride in it, we'd love to have you. And we've got a Mo alert in progress. Okay.
All right, Mo alert on Hobie. Okay. So you got invited, but this is just them going out the first time?
Yeah, they were going to go out, and I made the joke about they're going to christen the boat with grape juice and all that kind of stuff. So they went out to ride around. J-Bo, don't let me bother you with this story.
Yeah.
And so...
See how annoying it when you really got something?
Oh, my God.
I know, it's terrible.
It's like shotguns going off behind you.
We have breaks that are 5 minutes, 10 seconds, so you can talk about whatever you want. But go ahead.
So they're going out to test their boat out, and they're actually going to put the boat out at their place and whatever. And I asked him, I said, you know, and I was very curious about what all they were getting, and I said, well, did you get you a trailer and all that stuff? He said, no. I said, we're not going to get a trailer because we're going to pretty much leave it at our place, and you know, I feel like it'll be a waste to have the trailer, and we save a little cash there on that expense. So they get this extremely nice boat. Got a lot of little extra features to it, some very nice seats, a real nice motor, and they went to the 4-cycle, so it doesn't make as much, you know, theoretically noise to the fish, and smoother operation. I mean, they're going to get serious about their fishing. Well, I said, how are you going to get your boat out to your place? And they said, well, the folks that we're buying it from have been very nice. They're just going to let us borrow a trailer. And I said, well, you know what, that's not so.
Hey, that's stand up right there.
Well, Rick, sometimes the trailer that you let people borrow is not the nicest one that you have.
That's not your A game.
So they carry the boat out. They have a nice day on it. You know, they're all excited. They're going to carry it back to their house, and they're going to store it there until their dock and everything is prepared, you know, for the boat. But they're excited. Had a great day with the boat. Excited about the future of them and the boat.
Probably Channing.
Extremely nice. Nice little features on it they like. Well, they're headed on their way home up the interstate at dusk, getting dark. They hear a tremendous noise behind them. The trailer that they were loaned to carry the boat was old, rusty, not on the same level as the boat.
Well, because you loaned it.
Right.
It's a loaner.
One of the things holding the boat, rusted as it was, broke.
Oh, boy.
And cut loose.
Goodbye.
No. The boat unloads itself off the trailer.
Goodbye.
Onto the interstate at 60 miles an hour.
No! And the concrete begins to eat.
Rick, boat, concrete, 60, dust, a lot of sparks.
Lot of sparks.
Even better, the rope that was connected, that you crank the boat onto the trailer with, it stayed connected.
What?
As it was reeling out, all of a sudden, that quick, they are dragging their new bass boat 65 miles an hour up the interstate, sparks flying like a welding convention.
Everything is old and turns loose except what you need to, the rope.
At some point in time, as they were trying to get off the side of the interstate,
dragging their boat into the median, they realized that this highway was full of cars. Yes. That was my next
driving
question.
At high speed at dark now, which means they probably will not see this boat in the road.
What about the trailer that fell off?
Well, the trailer didn't fall off. It was holding the boat in. It basically unwound. How lucky they were to avoid a complete disaster on the highway.
That was my next question. How come there wasn't just like a multi-car pileup?
Very lucky that no one was in that first 35 to 40 foot behind them.
Yeah.
But their brand new boat, Rick, few problems with it.
Bet it doesn't look too good.
I don't know if the term a boat being totaled is correct, but if you have a new solid metal type boat, and it has been drug on the interstate at 65, it will leave a huge hole in the bottom of it.
Yes, it will.
Where the sparks were burning that metal out of the bottom of it.
Can I tell you this, too?
Not to mention what it will do to your motor and the propeller.
You don't have to be a graduate from Harvard to know that boats with holes in them, not good.
Had a conversation with him after it was over with, feeling lucky that a giant pile-up on the interstate starring him and his dad, complete with helicopter coverage, had not occurred, said to me, I think I've learned a lesson. I will buy a trailer to go with my boat next time.
What? Well, yeah, because buying one for this one won't do you any good because it can't float.
No.
But do I know this person?
I suggested they sink the boat as a fish habitat.
There you go. At least you bought something. It's almost like buying fish.
Sink it off your pier, then you'll know where the fish will be.
And go buy you another not overly expensive boat, but this time let's get a not overly expensive trailer.
The lesson, folks, sometimes when you cut corners, it's not as cheap as you think, especially if you have to buy 2 boats now.
I hope JT was listening. That's a good JT lesson right there.
We love you. See you. Jerry Seinfeld next for the old Stand With Us. See you.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.